What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy D.O.
And here,
back to it. You know how we do it. I feel like Kyrie ain't in a good spot right now.
man, he missing games. Like,
He ain't in a good place.
people don't just miss games like this. So,
Man, I hope
gotta
my
be
boy
serious.
Kyrie, you gotta get back right, man. We gotta see you on this court. And I don't like where he at right now. So
For
everybody
those
that's bashing him, everybody that's like,
Yeah, bashing him.
Kyrie, like.
right. I said this in our last video yesterday before I even seen this, and you kind of know Kyrie is not a bad person. Like, I don't know him.
He just has strong opinions.
Yeah, you can tell that it could be something really going on, but you can tell his heart is in the right place. You know, he don't mess with the media at all. So the fact that he did this, interview with the media, I think it says a lot. I think you feel like, he probably had to, missing games. So it's like, okay, I kind of gotta talk to the media now.
And because he's back now. So.
And he back. Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's go. Our next Nets reaction video. Kyrie gonna be out there.
I don't know if he gonna be back. Like,
but it's basketball. I feel like when you get out there, that's kind of the great thing about basketball. You can just phase everything out and just hoop.
You find your piece on that court.
Just hoop.
Yeah. Right. So let's get into it. Let's see what he was talking about.
First, just your reaction to the deal and what the energy is like as you try to put everything together as a group.
Very excited, just to have James here. Obviously, letting go of some of the pieces that have been here in the Nets organization for a while, even before I got here. It's going to be hard regardless. It's just the nature of the business. We're all brothers still, so we're just moving on into the next phase of just developing, just building some camaraderie and having fun.
Can you shed some light on what the last couple of weeks have been like for you and the time you needed off?
There's a lot of family and personal stuff going on, so just want to leave it at that.
Just leave it at that.
Otis Livingston, CBS New York.
Hey Kyrie, welcome back. As you look at
Welcome back. They trying to be funny.
the makeup of the team and how successful they have been, how do you see yourself fitting back in? Because you had obviously a huge role before, now coupled with James Harden in the mix.
Like I said, it's just really exciting.
Secondly,
just to be able to play with great players that have, just been here in the league for a while, have been through ups and downs, the peaks and valleys. So, James is aligned with us in terms of just experience, and adding that to our locker room is going to be great for us.
Kyrie,
he don't sound that excited to have Harden. I'm telling you.
Hi, Kyrie. I'm wondering if you were aware that you had violated the health and safety protocols and what that process was like for you in coming back and going through that investigation, one. And then secondly, what your communication was like with the team while you were away.
Happy to be back. Happy to be around these guys, address the team, address everybody that need to be addressed. Now it's time to move on.
Bruce Beck.
Health and safety front.
She's like, you didn't answer my
I'm sorry,
question,
Malika,
buddy.
go ahead.
I just was circling back on the health and safety front.
Happy to be back. Thank you.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
What did she ask?
Kyrie, how supportive have your teammates
was
and
he
the
aware that he
organization been during this
didn't follow the safety protocols?
Oh, wow. She tried it.
It's been great. It's been enough support
You just
for
happy
me
to be back.
feel like they have my back. And, that's all I can ask for. The support, not only me, but my family. I'm a hometown kid, so, things hit a little different when, family or personal stuff going on. And that's up to me to handle that as a man. But yeah, I just take full accountability for my absence with the guys and, just had a conversation with each one of them and we move on.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Kyrie, just wanted to ask, on a mental, maybe spiritual, emotional, even physical front, is everything okay with you?
Like this is a therapy session.
Right.
Look at that.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
He's not cool.
Kyrie,
not cool,
there was a report yesterday that you had purchased a house for George Floyd's family.
Or it's just kind of like these people asking me questions
obviously a
and they don't
magnificent
really care
gesture.
about it.
Can you confirm that and discuss what went into your thinking on that?
It's a team effort.
He wrote that down because he knew if he say something crazy, that's going to be the headline. Whatever he say after this.
A lot of the underserved communities, those don't necessarily get the same attention from just others around. So just trying to do my part. Selfless service, that's all.
Alex Schiffer, The
Shout
Athletic.
out to Kyrie for that. For sure.
Hey, Kyrie, welcome back. While you were away, were you able to regularly work out? And if so, did you have access to a gym or was it home workouts? Just what was your conditioning like while you were away?
No, it's just at home, man. Just working out.
How long was he gone for?
Brian Mahoney,
They
Associated
act like
Press.
he was gone for 6 months.
Hey, Kyrie.
He was going that long?
Stuff has obviously happened in the world the last couple of years. Has anything that's gone on made you change your commitment to basketball at all? Do you minimize the importance of it?
He's gonna be like, I don't think I really want to hoop no
Just
more.
a separation between what's going on here.
I think I'm about to retire from the game of basketball.
And what's going on.
Stephen A was saying he needed to retire.
If you don't
He
create
would-
that
I think he would've
distinction,
said it right
it's
here.
easy to
He
feel the
could've.
weight of the
Yeah,
world while you're going out there and playing. So, I would be lying sitting here and saying I don't feel what's going on in the world, and nor am I paying attention to it. I just have a huge responsibility, I feel, to continue to serve my community and the underserved. And, when I'm out here playing, it's continuing to leave knowledge with these guys and commit to something, like I always say, bigger than ourselves. This team environment here, or just in basketball in general, it takes sacrifice and compromise. We got to come to an agreement and just staying balanced throughout this long journey. So that's all I'm trying to do.
Ian Begley, SNY.
That's 100. That's 100, Kyrie.
Hey, Kyrie, I know that, you said that why you were out was a personal matter and you're just leaving it at that. But I'm just curious, like, for the net fan out there who, was living and dying with you guys and wasn't sure why you were not playing and was frustrated by that, would you have any explanation to that fan?
Well, the beautiful thing about that is that I started off as a fanatic and I started off as a fan. I've been invested in this organization since I was a kid, and also now that I'm in this role as a player, there is quite a difference. And, the fans out there, want to apologize to them as well. My commitment has always been to bringing something special to Brooklyn. It wasn't just a championship. It was unity, it was equality. It's just bigger things than just the game itself. It took
Jersey. No,
quite a while
Australia.
and quite a
But he used to live in Jersey.
valleys
Come on, New Jersey.
to get back home initially. So for me, I'm just taking every day, just being grateful. But for the casual or the fanatic, it's part of our culture, and I'm back.
Kyrie
back, and we got some great pieces, and we just move on.
Really
and I let my actions and my game speak for itself, like I planned on doing. Just needed a pause.
Barbara Barker, Newsday. All right, we'll move on back to Greg Logan with Newsday.
Boy, I got nervous.
Kyrie, two things. We know that politically and socially, the country has been fractured the last 4 years. What do you hope happens after this inauguration tomorrow? And also, secondly, do you feel like you can still find your joy playing basketball?
Thing that is, pretty interesting in watching when you take a break from everything. There's just so many assumptions about what's going on. And so many people feel like they know me best. And they have no idea who I am, nor what I'm about, nor what I stand for.
They swear you know him.
Attempt to take the time, or even for me to invite them to take the time. So it's a two-way street. And when things become overwhelming in life, you just got to take a step back and realize what's important. I love to play. It's never been questioned. I've committed myself.
Well, if y'all subscribe to the channel, y'all gonna hear it.
For me. I didn't really care about media, didn't really care about the fandom. All I cared about was just the ethics of the game and being taught the fundamentals. And now that it's become bigger and it's more of a responsibility that I have in this position I'm in, I'm grateful because I'm able to stand on this platform with others alongside of me that have sacrificed and are going through similar things. So I'm not alone in this. And, that's just a big thing about also mental health, just coming in and being balanced with yourself first and then being able to perform. With everything going on in the world, politically, socially, like I said, it's hard to ignore. I want to make changes daily. There are so many oppressed community, so many things going on that are bigger than just a ball going in the rim. So for me, I just, like I said, it's just the balance of it, of knowing I can delegate my responsibilities off the court to people that I'm surrounded around that are for the fight and are fighting behind the scenes and in front in the lines. And, you know, like I said, I'm not the only one that's fighting, so I'm grateful to unify with others. And that's all I've tried to do. And on the court, the same way, just play with a smile, leave something that I've felt very dear to my heart with this game. And then, you know, whatever my legacy is after that as a person, that's all I really care about.
100, Kyrie.
Vince Goodwill, Yahoo Sports.
Hey, Kyrie, you've long mentioned how you are a symbol for something greater besides being a basketball player. What message do you want people to take from your absence and now showing back up, not necessarily your fans of the Brooklyn Nets, but people who view you as something greater?
Well, as you can see, you know, there's a deeper level of emotions that I have for helping and serving people around the world. And I've done it since I was a kid. I'll continue on way after basketball. And basketball has given enough, when I say perspective and attention on some of the things I've been into. And now that my life has changed, you know, with that change comes accepting that there are older versions of me that I didn't necessarily like, or things that I would like to do different, or conversations I would like to have with different people to address, you know, man-to-man talk or man-to-woman talk, or just honest talk. And we all deserve that. And, you know, there's nothing normal about this life that I live. Yeah, you know, it's just something I've come to accept and embrace as, let me use this as a tool to be able to change things that I want to see in the world. And I have to be honest with myself about how much energy I give that and how many others I'm actually impacting. So when I remove myself from something, you can definitely feel the weight, and the absence definitely means something. And I'm aware of that. And like I said, I take full accountability. And to those who are leading with me and also following alongside, walking alongside me, we're going to get through this. And this world is a wacky place at times, but as long as we persevere together and as long as we continue to just tell each other the truth about how we feel about each other, you know, that's a big thing. I just want honesty. And in order to be honest, I got to be honest myself. And that's the first thing. So I know I can talk in circles and I know all these words get used, but I'm just being honest here. It's been a lot.
I can tell that was a good question because he actually answered.
Now I called for help.
Yeah, that's deep.
And now I have just so many mentors and so many people reaching out and, you know, just taking things off my plate that were never mine in the first place.
It sounds like he's like
I'm better suited for that position. So I'll play my role on this big team of changing the world, and others will do the same.
That question kind of opened him up, like gave an opportunity to kind of talk about that. But yeah, I got two things. I would say this interview I feel like it shows some growth in Kyrie.
Yeah. You know, because like you said, he was finally starting to realize that he's not perfect, and he's starting to acknowledge himself, and, you know, that he might have messed up down the line. That was good.
So for all the people that saying he might not be able to play with Harden and KD, I don't know. He might be able to. He might show some growth with that, you know.
What's the second thing?
And then the second thing, I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, man. Yeah. A lot of people need to see that just because these people in these high positions,
they're human.
They're human, man. You can't just be on social media bashing these people. Like you can critique their games. You know, that's they know that's coming. Like they're athletes, professional athletes. They know that's coming. But the personal attacks and you know coming at people crazy, like
they think they're robots or something. Like he's a human just like us.
Right. Don't think that he ain't got no feelings or nothing. Like you can't come at people crazy. So I feel like everybody need to hear this type of stuff right here because he was really showing that he got feelings and he go through stuff, and mental health ain't just for people that's poor. Right. It's for everybody. Everybody go through something. So I feel like that was good. So that was my two things.
What would you say about this whole Stephen A. Smith thing on he needs to retire?
I mean, he's not wrong for saying that.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, he's not wrong. And it's like,
because if he's really going through something,
he should retire. Yeah. And it's like, he can do the Jordan thing where, you know, he take a couple years off and then come back and, you know, do his thing. Well, I heard some people was kind of saying, like, you can never do what Jordan did. Jordan had all these different accomplishments. And it's like, that's relative though. Like, Kyrie could be like, all I wanted to do was win a ring and make $100 million. Jordan, he had 6 rings and he did all that, but that might have been his accomplishments. Kyrie's accomplishments might have been way different. So Kyrie did what he had to do, and if he feel like he need to retire and focus on something else, because basketball, NBA is not an easy thing to do. So if you can't focus all the way on it, it's nothing wrong with like I think people was kind of making it seem like him retiring is kind of like a diss in a way. But if he's really going through something, I don't see what's the issue with him doing that and coming back, or if he don't come back, who knows? But I think that was good. That was good to go through that. We'll probably talk more later.
But another video.
Yeah.
I'm glad Kyrie back, man.
Kyrie is back. So the next game, we gonna have Kyrie out there to react to.
Kyrie first game with Harden and KD. It's gonna be a good one. That'll do it for this video, man. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the Hen Dogs. Come join the gang. Join the team. Make sure you hit that like button and talk to us in the comments. How you felt about this whole situation. That'll do it. We out.